The row between the Speaker of the House of Commons and the SNP over a ceasefire in Gaza has moved up a gear this evening. The party's Westminster leader, Stephen Flynn, said Sir Lindsay Hoyle had broken his word today after his decision to break the rules last week. It follows the refusal to grant another debate in the SNP's name. Sir Lindsay said there were no grounds for it, adding he believed there will be a UK government statement on the issue tomorrow. Our Westminster correspondent David Porter has more.
Chaos and confusion in the Commons last week after it emerged that an SNP debate calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza would not be voted on. Those events, which also got Labour out of a hole, led to angry scenes and an apology from the Speaker. But scores of MPs, more than a tenth of the Commons, have now publicly called for Sir Lindsay Hoyle to stand down.
Point of order, Stephen Flynn.
Today, the SNP returned to the issue, calling for an emergency debate on Gaza.
In good faith, my colleagues and I sought to bring forward an SO24 debate which would have, amongst other things, sought to end the sale of arms to Israel and indeed to ensure that this House said to the government that it must use its voice at the United Nations to exercise our view in favour of an immediate ceasefire. It's my understanding, Mr Speaker, that SO24 application has not been accepted.
That was turned down by the Speaker, who explained the UK government was planning a statement of its own.
I've decided the application for an emergency debate should not proceed. That decision, of course, does not mean that members cannot apply for a debate at a later stage when circumstances might have changed.
But that has not satisfied the SNP.
I think I've been entirely justified in my remarks. We know that Lindsay Hoyle was pressurised by Sir Keir Starmer last week into changing the rules of the House of Commons, and Lindsay Hoyle today has opted to break his word. So in the space of just a few days, he's broken both the rules and his word, not just to parliamentarians, but to the public, because ultimately we are here as representatives of them. I believe his position is untenable, and nothing today would in any way change my mind in that regard.
Labour say they put their case but deny bullying the Speaker. Like the waters flowing past the Houses of Parliament, there's more than a little choppiness in this whole issue. Gaza and what can be done to save lives will return to the Commons shortly.